Hello and welcome to this video about the Xbox Series X version of Dirt 5. I received my console on launch day yesterday, and Dirt 5 is one of the few games around that truly showcase what Microsoft's next-gen machine can do. And here it is. As you can see, it's not completely perfect. You'll see this race in particular has shadows drawing in under that bridge, as it does on the Xbox One X version actually. And there are some minor stutters, at least while the screen is still busy from the start of the race. But thankfully, while you can see a reasonable amount of detail draw in the middle distance, the game runs rather beautifully, and the 60 frames per second frame rate makes a huge difference to the feel of the game and your enjoyment as a result. Now, the Xbox Series X version, like its last gen counterparts, has some optional graphics settings. If your TV supports it, which my Atomos capture device does not, so I can't actually test it, you can reportedly enjoy the game in 120 frames per second glory. But what's interesting is that the other two options that I can see don't seem to have anything to do with frame rate, even though it says it does on the option screen. Both modes are targeting 60 frames per second and achieve that pretty well. Instead, you're left with a setting that prioritizes image quality, so presumably that's graphical effects and detail levels while dynamically scaling the resolution. And the other setting maintains a consistent 4K resolution at the expense, supposedly, of some graphical detail. However, in my opinion, it's the resolution mode that actually offers the smoothest gameplay experience and seems to have the fewest graphical issues. And the quality of the visuals in both modes is so great that despite my reputation for being able to see frame rates and see through the matrix and notice all kinds of graphical problems, actually, I can't see much difference between the two modes at all. If the resolution is dynamically scaling in the first mode, it really can't be dipping below 1080p in this footage because it always looks great to me. But the 4K image is clearly incredibly detailed, and even if it is lacking some advanced effects, I do believe that 4K 60 is going to look better than a more processed image running at sub 4K. So personally, I'm going to stick the game on prioritized resolution and just leave it there. It's a racing game that really does deliver on that next generation 4K 60 promise, and it's still got improved graphics over the Xbox One X version, in my opinion. The only other thing to note is that while load times are greatly improved, they're actually not anywhere near as instantaneous as I had anticipated. But they're certainly back to a level that I would expect from a console racing game, and certainly put the Xbox One X version to shame with its overly long load screens. The lighting effects and incidental effects like the fireworks are absolutely gorgeous on the Xbox Series X, and the sheer number of snow particles has to be seen to be believed in 4K, living up to that potential from the early PC demo, which seems so long ago now. It's a wonderful looking game, full of moments like this. I did actually pick up 2 new control pads with my new machine, which means I now have 4 Xbox One controllers, so hopefully I'll be able to post some footage soon of the 4-player split screen mode, so do keep an eye out on my channel for that. Until then, please take a look around, as I've got loads of other gaming videos, as well as music videos when I made my new music album called The Ghost Train, and much more. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.